Hi everyone. So I just wanted to show you how the new system works and how we're going to be moving forward with raiding into Ulduar. So I set up a new system for rostering. This is not the final roster. This is just to get a overview of who's available and who isn't. So you can put in if you're late, if you're just tentative, if you're normally here but you're absent, and you can reset the spec and put yourself in again as another character if you want to put in your alt instead of your main character. Basically, our loot system is going to be BIS, main spec, off spec, with sort of a loot council vibe to it. And there's been a lot of questions about how you do this BIS stuff. So I just wanted to make a quick video, clear it very well up if I can. So I'm just going to open up the link. That's my BIS. That's the link I posted in the chat there. So we're just going to click sign in. It's going to sign me in. It says welcome ATM killer 6923. Nice. This is my name on Discord. But obviously I'm just going to go into Smack My Lid Shop, and you guys know me as Riot Socks. Right, so if your character is not here, you can create your character. Otherwise, you just go in, you click wish list and loot. And you go in here, and here you can see I've made a DPS page. And this is just to illustrate how it should probably look. But let's just start with creating a page. So I'm going to go to a wish list that's inactive just to show you guys how it's done. And obviously you need to do some research on what's your best in slot items. For me, I really like Wowhead. It's a great thing to use. However, I do like to go into multiple pages to see, okay, what's actually better for me. For example, for my DPS spec, I like snapshotting a bit more. I like being the brainless DPS that only has to press one button, then go AFK and deal all the damages. So there I needed a different weapon. There's also discrepancy between like the set pieces. Some guides will say you need 4, some will say you need 2. It really depends on you and what you're going to be using it as. Right. So I'm the plot tank in the guild. So let's just start with set tiers and how that works. Set pieces, right. So obviously, maybe not obviously, you cannot just put this in because that's not how the item drops in the raid. So you need to put in how the item drops in the raid. So it drops like this, for example. It's gonna drop the token. So Wayward Vanquisher is the token for Death Knights. And I know mine is the breastplate of the Wayward Vanquisher. The chest guard, this one. This is the 10-man version. If you click, let me just put in both here. Right. Okay, this is the 25-man. This is the 10-man. You can see this by going in. I click on it. And here you can see, okay, with this you can buy this stuff down here. This is a 225 item. Right. And if I click the other one, this is a 232 item. So that's how I usually just make sure that I got the right one. I go in, click in, and see, okay, did I get the right one? Did I get the wrong one? Right. So let me put in the rest of my tokens. These are my tokens. Okay. So otherwise, you just go in and you see, okay, for Blood Death Knights, it's really easy because there's something that's just one item, more or less, that's best in slot. So there's no discussion whether or not for the tank, really. It's very easy for us. But for DPS specs, you might want to draw your names from multiple sources, or your set from multiple sources, just to be sure what kind of things you want. Anyway, so bronze pendant. Space. Lul. There we go. So this is what my list looks like. For a lot of you, you're gonna want this, the reply code alpha. You want the bottom one, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check this, the 252. It is the 252, so you're gonna want the bottom one. This is basically best in slot items for everything except tanks. Yeah, but you need to put in reply code alpha and not the items on its list here from the quest reward. Right, so remember to put that in. Let's talk a bit about where you want stuff on the list, right? So let's just go in here. As you can see, some of this stuff can actually be bought. The chest, the head, and some other gear here. That might not be the BIS, but it's definitely an upgrade. So these are items that I'm gonna get eventually just by farming. You can get 5 emblems of conquest a day, besides just the Ulduar emblems that you're gonna get, which is 15, right? So in a week you can get 35 from just doing your normal dailies in Heroic Plus, and you can get 30, so that's 65 total in a week, I believe. Right, anyway. So I'm gonna get these eventually, which means I don't want them at the top of the list. The items at the top of the list is gonna be the ones that I want the most, and the ones at the bottom of my list is the ones that I want the least. But this can be really hard to figure out. Like, why would I want some things higher than other? For example, I want this one, Fate's Clutch. I want this all the way up here. But then you're asking me, wait, why don't you just take your legs at the very top? Well, not a lot of people want these. These are mainly just Death Knight plate legs, to be honest. Tank ones. And for example, Sigil of Deflection, nobody else wants this. This is going at the very, very bottom. If anybody else steals this from me, I'm gonna kill you, by the way. Okay. Dark Edge of Depravity. I believe this is BIS for 2 other things as well. Heart of Iron. Boom. And Seal of King Lane. Boom. Probably want the leg plates a bit further up, but not higher than the tokens. The tokens are gonna be fought over a bit more, so want those up here. Do I want them higher than this? I'm not sure. I think I actually want to put these up here. That's gonna increase my drop chances for these, or my chances to actually get these. These are still very contested. However, I think those are gonna be okay to get. Anyway, these are all items that are not really good for anyone else but me and my guild, so I'm very lucky about that. Anyway, now I've set up my page. So let me just go and save. So I've saved the list. This is not the one, this is the wrong list. This is my DPS list. It's the active one. Right, okay, yeah. Anyway, here you can see what I've checked out this. something I've already received because I already have it. These items, you can see I put them very low number wise, and that's because these are 10-man items. I put them here because 10-man is going to be easier to receive these items compared to these items down here. So reply code alpha for my DPS spec is obviously highest. The second highest is the Comet's Trail. 7 other specs want this. Then there's the Sabbatons of Lifeless Night. I think like 4 other specs wants this. And then, of course, you know, the mantles, etc., etc. These are very Death Knight specific, so, you know, I can put them further down the list. But anyway, that's my BIS works. This is our loot system. Please make sure to have it put up before the raid, as that's going to help out the raid leader a lot. Yeah, and let me just show you how you sign up here. So I'm just going to reset my spec. Obviously, it still shows me that's just a visual bug. So I click in Death Knight. Okay. Then I come down here and I select Blot Death Knight, Blot Tank. Okay. And then it signed me up. Great. Then I can go in here and I can see, oh, there I am. Or maybe I'm down here. Golkin is not a guildie, so I put him down here for now. And I put everybody else up here. And this will give me an idea of the buffs that we have and the buffs that we're missing. You know, you can look at this, really nice. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for some more rating. First time is gonna be Monday the 23rd for the 25-man, and Friday the 20th is what we're working with right now for the 10-man. It drops, Ulduar drops exactly at midnight, the night between Thursday and Friday. So the 10-man is gonna be, it's still gonna be Friday, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, hope you enjoyed and hope this helps you out. I will see you around. I don't know. Is that weird? Okay, bye.